Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm back again, and I want to introduce you to somebody who is known in the academy as the workout queen. She is addicted to working out, which is awesome. She looks amazing. I mean, amazing now, and even before she started, she looked amazing, but she looks even more amazing now, which you will see. But I want to introduce you to, are you ready? Drum roll. Lorrie, come on, Lorrie. Show your face. Hi.
Hi, Terry.
Hi. You like my nickname for you, the workout queen?
Yes.
Because we kind of have a bond. You know why? Because you used to bodybuild, and I used to be a bodybuilder in competition. So we kind of like have this little connection, this special
Yeah.
connection, right? So
I'm there.
when you joined the academy, I was like, that's my girl. So Lorrie, tell us about you and tell us kind of like a little bit about why and how you were feeling and what was the reason for why you decided to join the academy.
Okay. I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2 3 years ago. Um, I was very upset by it. And along came all the drugs over the years. I still worked out, but I didn't know how to eat. I purchased every weight loss program known out there. I even spent a lot of money hiring personal trainers. And as you know, personal trainers want you to eat 6 times a day, and you've got to add the rice. And it was chicken and rice and broccoli, and my blood sugar numbers were not going down. And then in March, I went to see my pharmacist for yet more drugs, and she informed me that you will never beat diabetes. You're going to progress with this disease just like everybody else, but because we have you on medication, it'll take longer.
Mhm.
I was darn mad by that and really upset. And lo and behold, I went online researching again, and I ran across beat beat diabetes.
Mhm.
And I ran across Terry Dale and the Academy.
Yeah. And I'm
So
so glad that you brought up, not to switch the subject a little bit, but I'm really glad you brought up the fact about the eating and weight training, because what I don't want people to misunderstand is I think a lot of times people think, like, when I tell them I used to be a bodybuilder, I used to work out a lot, like, you don't need to work out a lot to lose weight, and you don't need to work out a lot to reverse diabetes. That's been what the trainers of the world have been teaching, and I know that 'cause I used to be a trainer. And so when you have a nutritional disease like diabetes or obesity, it's not a workout related issue, it is a nutritional disease. So you have learned through the academy all about how nutrition works in the body, which is why you have gotten such amazing results and why your blood sugars have lowered and things like that. So talk a little bit about how that has been kind of like an eye-opening experience for you, because again, I understand we were taught that eating 6 times a day and,
mhm,
blah blah blah, but that obviously wasn't working, right?
yeah, that absolutely wasn't working for me. I think the first major milestone I learned in the academy was diabetes is a nutritional disease. And once I accepted that, then what I had to change. And the Academy and you make it so easy. You were such a great mentor. And I was like a sponge wanting to learn new things. And my whole goal going into the Academy was to reverse diabetes. And I'm on my way there. Um, so that is just fantastic. It wasn't necessarily about losing the weight for me, although I needed to lose weight because I was yo-yoing. I found over the years, I'd go on a diet, lose some weight, gain it back, lose some weight, build some more muscle. I was under the assumption that you always had to eat to gain muscle. This academy has taught me no, I can still eat within protocol, which I love, and still gain muscle.
Yeah, and like you said, you didn't want to give up working out, and that's for sure something that's a part of your lifestyle, which is amazing, right? And I understand the frustration of being diagnosed with diabetes and then not being able to lose weight and being and still working out so much. So there was a lot of confusion there. And I wanted to share your results because I don't know if you remember this, Lori, but at the beginning when you joined, I asked you what your top three goals are. And I don't know if you remember this, but your top three goals that you wrote down were to lose 20 pounds, 28 pounds, get off all meds and reverse your diabetes. And so just in 3 months, look at what you've done in 3 months.
Oh
20.5
my
pounds,
God.
20.5 pounds. So you're, only 7.5 pounds away from your goal, which of course you're going to get there. You're down 20 inches. You're off 5 medications. You're only on one right now, right?
Yes, I'm only on one.
Right. And your blood sugar started in the high 200s, which in Canadian is like, I think it's like the high 7 point something, right? And now
Yeah.
they're fluctuating because we're still working on,
Yes.
fixing you on a cellular level, but they're within normal or 5.4 to 6, something like that. So
Yeah.
look at the progress that you have made, and look at this picture, Lori. This is only
Awesome. I didn't know you would find that picture.
I told you I was going to surprise you. But look at that. This is when you visually see this in only what you've done in only 3 months.
Yeah, and that's in the same position in my gym. And the picture on the left was soon after I started in the academy, and I was feeling darn good. I felt like I was starting to lose some weight, and I was feeling lots of energy. And to be honest with you, that is the first picture I ever posted on Facebook of me in a workout bra showing my belly.
Right.
Yeah.
And look at how I mean, just in the short amount of time, how different you look. And the reason I'm posting this, only the reason why I'm
Mhm.
posting it, is because you are an avid workout person, right? And I think it's really fun for people to see what kind of results you can get just in a couple months by doing what your body is designed to do, which is to create fat burning and use fat for fuel. So let's talk about how you're feeling now versus how you felt when you first started. So can you first just share about how you were physically feeling before you started and then versus how you're feeling now?
Um, a lot how I was feeling in the beginning was mental. I was so frustrated, and I was feeling somewhat depressed, and I was feeling like a failure because why couldn't I get off of these meds? Why couldn't I reverse diabetes? And so physically, I felt a bit sluggish. I was like others. I could fall asleep on the couch very early, watching television at night. And that all changed probably about into 6 to 8 weeks into the program. I started to have just boundless energy. Um, and me and the dog, we do 5K every day. I work out most days of the week and have lots of energy to do extra things.
Hmm.
So yeah, now I'm feeling great compared to what I felt at first. But a lot of it was the mental mindset. The mental work that we do in the academy is very important. I found that to be such an eye opener for me.
Hmm. Give me like the top mindset concept that has really resonated with you that we teach.
Well, the one something that always comes to mind is this going to feed my body or feed the disease? And that is mindset number one for me before I put anything into my mouth.
That's awesome, right? Because that's kind of one of the things we talk about a lot about when you start to really wrap your head around food becoming fuel versus food becoming so much pleasure.
Yeah.
Then you can start saying, hey, when you eat something, is this feeding my body on a cellular level? Is it feeding it for health, or is it feeding the disease, which in your case is diabetes, or for women it could be heart disease, it could be
Mhm.
cholesterol, it could be high blood pressure, it could be obesity, whatever it is, right? So that's one of the things that we work really hard on, and that's not something that you can just do by yourself. initially or figure out on your own. It's something that we have to actually, it's a skill set we have to work on. And so I love that you bring that up because it's a super important focus for us in the academy. Yeah.
It is.
And let's talk about in your initial onboarding paperwork. This is a quote from you. You said, the reason why you never reached your goals in the past was due to not being taught proper information, not learning proper information, and the improper planning, which prevented you from getting to your goals. Can you talk about that and how this program has helped you with those two things?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always been a planner, but like I said, in the past years, you plan to do a whole bunch of meal prep on a Sunday, and you're planning 6 meals a day. You've got to have, so many macros of carbs and so many of protein. And me being vegetarian, almost like most days vegan, um, that was really hard for me um, to keep up with that. And so learning how to make a plan and stick with it and include some intermittent fasting really kind of sealed the deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
And with the help of coaching, I looked forward to our weekly coaching and all of the support I got from my Academy sisters. I think I've made some lifelong friends. And so I think we fed off each other as well and off of each other's successes and off of what worked for one but didn't work for another. Those were all turning points in my success.
Yeah, and I think one of the amazing qualities you have that has allowed you to get such amazing success is that you're very coachable and you are also very supportive of the other women and you're very plugged in. So you showed up on the calls, you were interactive, you did the work, you had great questions, you plugged in and you're coachable. And that is so important when you're learning new ways to do this as a lifestyle. I talked about this in all the interviews that I do with my clients is that we've got to be able to develop this as a lifestyle, meaning we've got to be able to take what we've learned, learn it, and be able to do it the rest of our lives. If we can't do this the rest of our lives, we will fail and we'll end up gaining the weight back. Our diabetes will come back. We'll get on medications again. And that is not what we want. And that is not what I'm teaching you guys. I'm teaching you guys how to be able to do this for the rest of your life. And that, Lorrie, isn't that kind of something that just is a relief for you to know that if you're learning how to do this for a lifestyle and you can take this with you and apply it for the rest of your life, that is so powerful, I think. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. I was rambling on there before and I missed saying that. But yes, when we finished the 3 months, I was so excited to be able to continue and still have that interaction with the Academy and those coaching calls because this is a lifestyle now. This is a way of life. And, as much as I love the success I had, there's still work to be done. And, you can't just give up on it and say, okay, I'm going to go and have pizza now. In fact, I don't even want pizza anymore. But there comes a time, as you mentioned in the Academy, where willpower stops. So I think that our mindsets are very important moving forward as far as eating for fuel.
Love that. I love that. And we have some new girls that are going to be joining us here in the next few weeks. And I was telling Marta in the interview before you, I was telling her, we talked after the interview and I'm like, I just don't know why every woman wouldn't want to be in the Academy. For me, it's just like, I don't understand why every woman wouldn't want to be here because we do so much more than just weight loss and diabetes coaching. It is like a sisterhood. It is like a community. It is like a membership of health information. It is like it's the coaching. I mean, it is like there's so much you get, right? And so we always look forward to the new newbies that are coming in, and you're no longer going to be a newbie, right? You're now going to be a veteran.
Yeah.
But I want you just to talk to the newbies that are going to be coming in and give them a message as to why you feel like they should join us and become a part of our sisterhood.
Well, as you've heard in this interview, we have a strong sisterhood, and I think I've made some lifelong friends. Um, and the coaching is just superior. Terry Dale is always there for us. No question is too dumb. We all learned in this together to start out with. And don't give up on yourself. You deserve to feel your very best, and you deserve to give it your best try at reversing any disease that you have, especially diabetes. And the icing on the cake is going to be you're going to lose weight in inches and feel great.
Couldn't say it better myself. Thank you, girl. You are
Thank you, Terry.
amazing. I'm going to close this interview with showing your graphic again because I just think it's phenomenal. Just your results and your visual. And I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. And girl, I love you. And
I love you.
I think you are amazing. So let's close with
Thank you.
let's close with your graphic and listen, everybody. This is Lorrie, beautiful workout queen Lorrie, and she has had amazing results. And we both want all of you women here who are watching this to join us in the Academy. You will never regret it. Thank you, Lorrie.
Thank you, Terry.